Hi everybody, and welcome back to Kevin's Upfront Opinion today. So normally when I do videos on this particular channel, I normally give my personal opinion, but today I'm not going to give my personal opinion on anything. I'm going to ask for advice of people. Now, when I was going through a bit of a hard period, I actually suffered from depression. Suffered from depression for about 25 years. And it took me 25 years to actually get any out. And that's because my wife forced me into it. After I had a breakdown, about 2 days, maybe 3 days after speaking to my ex-girlfriend. And you're probably thinking, why the hell are you speaking to your ex-girlfriend? Well, at the time when I spoke to my ex-girlfriend, I tell you what, I got so much aggro off my wife. And the reason was, I've spent 16 years trying to see my daughter. So my daughter turned 16 back in August. And when my ex-girlfriend was about 5 months pregnant, I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I made a stupid comment. And because of that comment, because she was about 5-6 months pregnant at the time, she stopped me from being able to see my daughter. My whole family, everybody. They knew where I was. I had no idea where they were. Okay. And I built up a lot of hate towards her. I hated women, even though I've been married for a lot of years. Until one of my neighbours helped me out because she saw me really angry one day, and she as good as gave me a slap round the face. She never slapped me, but as good as gave me a slap round the face. And this is the question, because every single year I buy my daughter a birthday card on her birthday, and I get her a Christmas card. Now, knowing that she's not going to receive them, I put in a drawer where all my business stuff is kept. So my wife doesn't know. My wife's never ever seen it. She doesn't even know I get her a birthday card and a Christmas card every year. She has no idea. So if she watches this video, it's going to be the first time she actually finds out that I get my daughter Amy a birthday card and a Christmas card every single year. Now, I came to terms many years ago, probably about a decade ago, that I will never ever see my daughter. And a lot of people will say, why will you never see your daughter? You know, my wife is actually upstairs with the rest of the kids. Well, my daughter with Down syndrome at the moment. She says, oh, she will. You will eventually one day see her, because every daughter wants to know their father. And I generally say, yeah, but you're saying that to make me feel better. There's no actual real evidence to back that up. You've got no evidence to back that up. And I go down the road saying, I will never see her, because my ex-girlfriend will damn well make sure I never see her, because she has too much to lose. I have nothing to lose. I have everything to gain, but I have nothing physically myself to lose. And this is the reason. I've never been a drug addict, never been an alcoholic. Maybe I've done a bit of womanizing. I can't hide that. You know, if I say I haven't, I'm sure my wife or one of my in-laws would be quick enough to make a comment and say, yes, you damn well have, you damn well know you have. And especially my stepdaughter would make a comment. So I can't hide and lie about that one. Never been arrested, never committed a crime. never abused anybody, never knocked my kids about, never knocked my wife about, or my ex-wife. Okay, so any of the reasons why a lot of people would stop one particular parent from seeing their children, I'm completely innocent of. And anybody can go and do a check on me. Be my guest, it's not difficult. You know, I'm a director of a company. Go and look on company's house or go and contact the police. I couldn't personally care unless you can go and do that. Okay, so I've got no skeletons to hide. Okay, so from that point of view, that's why I say my wife, sorry, not my wife, my ex-girlfriend has everything to lose. Because I know she ain't going to have said anything nice. And the reason I say I know she's not is because my own mother did exactly the same. I grew up without seeing my father until I was about 19. I think I was 19 when I saw my father. Now, you could argue that my mum did it for good reasons because my father was an alcoholic. And, you know, I'm 47 now. And since I was about 18, 19, he's pretty much been in my life all the time. I may not be able to see him regularly. I do know because obviously he was living in London, then he moved up to the northeast, and now he lives in Southampton, which is only about 17, 18 miles away from me. So from that point of view, but in my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion, my ex-girlfriend will do everything within her power to make sure I never, ever, ever, as long as I'm breathing, are able to see my daughter. I've got nothing bad to say about my ex-girlfriend. You know, to be honest, she was a pretty decent person when I was with her. I've got nothing bad to say about her. But this is the question. When do you decide you got to stop? When do you decide you need to give up? You know, it's like this year, my eldest biological daughter, because obviously I have a stepdaughter who's 24, and then my eldest biological daughter, who would be 8, bought her a Christmas card this year. It's the first time she's ever bought her a Christmas card. She got me to buy her a Christmas card. She wrote it out herself. I'm trying to think. Inside it, she put to Amy Whittier, my sister. This is what she wrote. But I can't remember what the little message is inside. And she's put love from your baby sister, Jemima. That's my daughter's name, Jemima. Okay. And on the front, it's got a picture of, well, it's like a Christmas image of, like, you know, like the tatty teddy bears. It's one of those. And that's what she got her as her Christmas card. And I put it in the drawer because I know she's never going to receive it, because I don't know where they physically live. I know that they're living in, well, I've had it rumoured they're living in Fareham in Hampshire. Don't actually know if they are. They could be living anywhere for all I know. And I know she's never going to receive that as long as I'm alive. And obviously I've got her a Christmas card, which I get her every year. So the question is, when do you stop? When do you stop driving yourself round the bend, praying that you're going to see your child? Because it's like, if I get on the bus and I go up to Fareham, because obviously I live in Leon Solent, if I go up to Fareham or go to Gosport or get on the train, because obviously I've been having to see my father in hospital in Southampton, I think, Am I going to see my daughter? Is she going to get on the bus, or is she going to get on the train? And that's the problem. You end up driving yourself, personally, you drive yourself round the bend. You end up destroying your own personal mental health. So the question is, realistically, like I've said several times, is do you give up? How much are you willing to sacrifice? Or what do you actually do? Because there are people in my life, in my family, who say, Kevin, just give up, stop it. You're going to end up killing yourself. You're going to end up putting yourself in a pine box. Your health's bad enough. You've got to a stage you can't even work. You're absolutely destroying yourself. I've got people that work in the business industry tell me, Kevin, you've got to stop. We are going to be going to your funeral if you carry on. And that's a very close friend that I've known for a long, long time. It's actually a couple of people. So the question is what do you do? So all I want is people to tell me, what do I do? So let us know in the comments down below. Obviously, if you are new to the channel, if you could like and share this video as usual, and give us a follow or subscribe as well. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again a bit later.